Every musician will be independent by 2026. And I got to say, all artists dream of being independent. You know what I mean? Like, that's really where we've been for the last 15, really 20 years. Really since we really saw Master P do something about it, to remain independent. And that has been the desire of all artists. But the problem is it's hard to build a system to maintain that independence, right? You possess a lack of the staff and a lack of knowledge to do so. In many cases, this is causing some overwhelming stress because when you're in the beginning, you say, man, I got to get there. I got to get there. Like, how are we going to do this? I hear you. But more than just jumping in to replicate what was, you need to jump in and build what will be. And in many cases, that's already being done right now. And that's what we're going to talk about right here on the Music Money Makeover Show. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Music Money Makeover Show. My name is Casey Graham. Let's hop right in. Now, check this out. This is what your goal, I feel, should be. What I did was I took two figures and I averaged them together to get this $1,125,000 answer, or the equivalent thereof. See, an artist's goal is to pocket that much or the equivalent thereof in whatever currency or value exists by the time 2026 rolls around. This number is because the average artist advance is $250K to $2 million from the record company. So I'm setting it here. So I'm setting the goal high enough for you as the artist to pocket that much. That doesn't mean that that's how much you need to make. I mean, that's how much needs to see the bottom of your pocket after everybody else gets paid on your team. So I'm setting your goal here simply because this is where you'll want to be to achieve that first marker of success. I'm setting a monetary number here, but you'll see everything else that surrounds that number will be where you need to be, okay? So this is the Old Motown System. This is how it worked. I did a video a while back with the system right here, and ultimately it worked like this. All of this is in-house. Nowadays, it doesn't work like that. So the writers and producers would be found by the A&Rs, of course, in-house, right? And they would find, sign, and develop the writers and the producers, okay? And then the writers and producers would compete against each other. This is where the competition lied, the quality control and the touring and the writers and producers. But they would compete against each other to have their records cut. The A&R will unlock the potential of the entire record label by having great writers and producers. And then they would find the artists to get on those songs that the writers and producers made. From there, if the song was good and the artist was good enough, they would take them into the studio and cut something on them. Cut the records that were written, right? That were competing to get cut. And then the records got cut, and then they went to quality control to see if the record was good enough to make it out of the building and into artist development. If it was good enough, then the artist got developed. Right? And this led to the cycle of success yet again, because the writers and producers were a part of that cycle of success. Finding the right artist was part of the cycle of success. And then the artist going through the development and making it past development was a part of that cycle of success. All right. This passing of this artist development allowed them to change the game yet again each time, which allowed them to expand the team. And they would hopefully, if they passed artist development, would be an innovative artist. Because if they weren't innovative, they'd stagnate. If they got out of this system, then they could transcend the production line. Therefore, they could go into touring. And yet again, in touring, they were competing against each other for the top spot. This is an all in-house type of situation right here. Okay? It doesn't look like that anymore. Doesn't. The top departments for you as an independent artist, because the artist became the centerpiece. It's no longer a label being the centerpiece anymore. We're almost done with that battle. That's why I'm giving it to 2026. You're going to have an A&R for project management. This is your top 8 people right here. In your finance department, you're going to have a business manager, maybe a financial planner, a CPA. And these people, they don't get paid all the time. Maybe except for the business manager. CPA you visit, every once in a while to get the taxes done and all of that. You got a manager. This is going to be your manager, your booking agent, your talent agent, your PR. That's your management team. And then you got your administration. That's you, your manager, or a partner that you gave a side job to. But all of the people that you can imagine in this in-house system, artists, you now have to create for yourselves. Unless your manager comes with all of this attached to them. or her. But if they don't, this has to be built from the ground up, which many of you all will be doing. Because by 2026, it's a wrap. I mean, the labels will still be here, but it's a wrap. Artificial intelligence and automation, it's what's causing this. So every department will be using artificial intelligence. OpenAI, I'm not going to say is to blame for it, but it's, one of the first players out there that I know of, right? And so you're going to use AI for artwork creation, song creation, content development, and even your finances. Some of this stuff is all in automation. Some of it is in artificial intelligence. But when these two come together, it is going to drastically speed up your record label process. You get what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. So you don't even have to be on the lookout for that, because if you're not using AI right now, you're probably going to start slowing down and you'll notice it. So here's the rise of the music agents. Music administration, selling music to sync agents, ad agencies, and other places where music needs to exist. Implementing quality control processing to make sure music is distributed across the internet properly, and making sure song information is registered properly will be the job of the independent music administrator. And you may find this person ultimately working with the rise of the project management and street execs, because they're going to have somebody in-house to help them with this right here. And the manager is going to be the person that's going to hire on project management services. Managers will begin to enlist agents to help their artists complete projects, and these will be the new executives/record producers of the world, where they have all the contacts a manager could need to accomplish their artist projects or fulfill their artist projects. Okay? So they're going to know producers, engineers, writers, all this stuff in a Rolodex, and they're going to have their right-hand person making sure all the song information is done correctly. So you can see they kind of play the role of a record label, kind of play the role of a publisher, but they're not getting mixed up in your affairs like you think, like a publisher would, okay? So you're also going to see the rise of the music reviewers, because artists, you need quality control. Managers, you need this too. So you're going to need people to review your music, like DJs and DJ pools or listening sessions. You got online music reviewers. All these people, you want to build a Rolodex of those people, because they're going to give you a real opinion on your music. You don't want your family and friends doing this. All of this stuff is happening right now. And of course, you all know the music reviewers are out there. Some of you all have asked me to review music. It's not really my thing, so I don't really do it. But you're going to need this artist, because you can't depend on your family and friends for those reviews. Now, what companies are prepared for the new era? I'm going to say ASCAP, Songtrust, as much as I don't like them, Symphonic, TuneCore, DistroKid, and Canva, right? For your music process. There are plenty others. But from me looking at the landscape, these are the companies that I see that are already prepared. But just because I'm saying that doesn't mean that there are many more to come. And there may be some that I'm just missing, but I just put this together for this video. Now, I got to say this, what companies are the new era? Canva, OpenAI, Descript, Google AI, which I believe Descript is built on OpenAI's platform, I'm not sure. And any new AI tool that will aid in the process, you just got to be on the lookout for it, okay? Going to revolutionize the game. It's going to definitely revolutionize the game. And this seems like a lot to learn, I know, but no business is easy. But if you got just a little bit of effort, you can win the game and make that million easy. So I don't want you to feel like you can't do it. Thing is, you can do this. You know what I mean? Well, will the record label still be there? Well, earlier in the video I hinted, yes, but you won't need them as much as you think. The stuff is going to be moving too fast. If there are tech layoffs, there will be record label layoffs. The people in the offices can't move fast enough for what's coming. They just can't. It is what it is. You'll have people that will manage certain departments and processes of the AI and automation. But other than that, man, it's going to really be reduced to a few people. And I hate to say that about the people that exist in the business affairs department of record labels, because those systems are going to be tightened up as well. Now, music is already saturated. How will I stand out? Your music just has to matter to people, and you have to be yourself. Plus, you got to be honest with yourself about how dope you are, how strong your work ethic is, and how engaging your personality is. If you're not going to be honest with yourself about that, then you need to go back and see the music reviewer back here, right back here. because they need to check you out and they need to give you a reality check. The game will be moving too fast for your ego to be too big in the beginning. So if your music sucks, somebody needs to tell you that it sucks. Or somebody needs to tell you that your style is behind the times, or we heard this already. Because people's attention spans are already short, they're going to be even shorter. Okay? So I just want you to understand that. Now, everything that I talk about needs a foundation to be built on. Even if your manager comes in, all this stuff, artists, this is you. You have to build your record label. And then you bring in the manager. And hopefully the manager has more connections to help you build this thing out. But in the beginning, it is you owning your assets. Do that with the 60-day record label course. It will help you get all of that done in 60 days flat. We got a lot of people in there already making it through. I'm adding more stuff to this. Like I said yesterday, the music producer part of the course for the producer contract is coming in by this weekend. So you can expect that in there. This course will always be updated. It will always be updated, so look out for that. I also got you covered on the book. You know, if you need to take baby steps, I got you there. But I really want you to jump into the course today, okay? Now, in addition to that, once you're done, make sure you book a call with me. We'll put a strategy together to make this 60-day record label work for you, all right? And don't forget to grab the free stuff below if you're just now visiting the channel. All in all, if you build this record label right from the ground up, if you realize that things are going to be pretty much strictly independent in 2026, you can prepare yourself now. I see it coming. I know the processes are moving way too fast. So prepare yourselves to be independent. Prepare yourself to figure out who your players will be on your team. Get ready for this thing. Grab the 60-day record label course to make it work. All in all, hopefully you get a clear view of what's on the horizon, and that's what I want you to do. Music money makers, if you make music, you should always make money. Visit musicmoneymakeover.com, grab the 60-day record label course, and I'll see you next time. Peace.